Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anushka Queen's Domestic Violence Studio. Well, the question today is, what can you do to help someone going through domestic violence? There are so many things you can do to help someone. Give that person your ears. Listen to them. If the situation is very dangerous or very serious, you take the person to a secluded place and try to talk to them. Please start a conversation with the person alone. Don't start a conversation with people, because that person won't be comfortable with that, and the person won't reveal to you anything about his life. Domestic violence things are always very private. People don't talk in public about their lives, what they are going through. They don't have the courage to do that. It is very, very serious to them, and it's very hard for them to talk about their lives out there, because nobody would trust them, nobody believes what they are saying. So please try to instill trust in whoever you want to listen to. Let that person trust you. Let that person believe that you are a trustworthy person, that you will not go out there and reveal the person's life. That's when somebody start revealing to you about his or her situation in a domestic violence home. Okay, be willing to look for safety method for that person if you consider that person as a friend or a family. Especially if that person is undergoing lots and lots of danger. Seek for a refuge for that person. You can help that person by lodging the person for some periods of time. That is very important. So many people going through domestic violence, they don't have where to go to. That's why they remain there, still enduring what they are going through, because they don't have where to go to. They don't want to start life all over again. It's so hard. How many people are courageous to start life all over again? Not many at all. Very few will want to go out there and start it from scratch. That's why, please, you have to give them your helping hand. They'll pick up from the broken bottles, and they'll start their lives all over again. They'll look for a job, and maybe they'll look for assistance, psychological assistance, counselors to help them get through this. It's so hard. It takes time, but it's okay. Don't be judgmental when talking to these people. Please, don't be judgmental. Understand them. Don't tell them that why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that, why you didn't take this decision, or why didn't you slap him when he slapped you? Why didn't you leave now? No, don't do that. That decision is theirs. They are going to take that decision on their own. You are not going to help them take that decision. They are going to decide for themselves when to quit the relationship. But it's important for you to give them your support as much as you can. When you finish talking to them, please show them how much you care. You can invite them for a meal. It's not that they are poor, they don't have money to buy it, but you can invite them for a meal. They'll know they have a friend. Not one time, not twice, but invite them as much as you can. That will give them the courage to understand that they have someone who cares much about them. You should let them know, in case you know that there are organizations out there that caters for people undergoing domestic abuse. Please, you should let them know all these organizations. You should let them know that these places exist. There are so many. Here in Australia, in the Sunshine Coast, there are so many organizations that takes care of these people. There is DV Connect, there is COPE in Australia and other countries. There are also other places that I don't know that take care of situations like this. Please, it's important to let them know that you might do this to help them. Reassure them that you can discuss any situation with them without being afraid. Let them know they are ashamed to reveal anything they are going through, but please don't intimidate them and don't force them. They are going to slowly and confidentially reveal to you what they are going through, and you both can seek for help, or you can help her in one way or the other. Remain friends with her even if she's not quitting her home. If she continues staying in that abusive relationship, please still be friendly with her. Don't quit her because she doesn't listen to you, or don't quit her because she doesn't, maybe because one or two counselors that you refer to her is telling her to maybe do this and that and she's not doing it. Please don't precipitate her because the time is not yet right for her to take that decision. Be a good listener, be a good observer, be a good helper, but don't be judgmental. Don't force things to happen. Please don't do that. Unless in cases whereby it costs life, there you can call the police or an emergency to come and rescue that person. Somebody texts me and send me a message that my friends won't leave the relationship. What can I do? There is apparently nothing you can do if your friend can't leave the relationship. Just continue to provide support for your friend. Unless in situation whereby there are immediate dangers. No one can tell you to leave somewhere when you are not ready. You can't leave. Telling me that your friend can't leave a relationship, what can you do? You can't tell your friend to leave a relationship. She's not ready. She hasn't made up her mind. Maybe she's been in that relationship for the last 10 years. It's not today that you tell that friend to quit the relationship. You don't just quit relationships that you've built over time just for a day. You don't do that. Some people can actually walk away when they have taken enough. But please, your friend is not quitting. Give her time. What can you do? Yeah, you wrote to me. Margaret wrote to me. What can I do to help my friend if my friend is not quitting? There is nothing you can do. You can't do anything. As I said to the other person who sent me the text message that there is just nothing you can do. And Margaret, there is nothing you can do to help your friend quit that relationship, rather than just sit down there and support her in all the ways you can, but you just can't do anything. Ending a relationship is not as easy as you think. Even if it includes domestic violence, it's not as easy as you think, because over time, so many things have been built. So many things have been built. It's a huge decision to take, but trust me, when the time is right, everything just goes on smoothly. It goes on very smoothly, unless otherwise things take you by surprise, because sometimes some of these people are terrible. Someone you come home and you realize that your back is in the garage or your back is outside. That is something else. That is a different situation. But situations whereby you've been going through over the years, you've been going through a lot, and you know where you stand. Sometimes you take your time to build your way out, because you know that this is not where you belong. You're suffering, but you're building your way out. You're trying to invest how you can get out of all this mess. I know. I just received a text message. Someone told me that sometimes there is apparently nowhere to go to. That's why my friends keep staying in that relationship. I believe you. Sometimes they cannot cope by themselves alone with those kids. They can't. They need support. Sometimes it's not like you're walking alone out there. You're not walking out alone. You're not walking away alone. You're walking away with kids. These kids need so many things. They need provision. They need to go to school. They need to eat. You need to work. Maybe you are just a homestay mom who runs the house, which is really a full-time job too. But honestly, you plan your way out with kids or without kids. You still plan your way out. I know it's not always you. You not always plan your way out because situations are different. But you can do that. You can. Well, I'm from Africa. That is a very pertinent point, because there are certain things that can influence your staying in that relationship, despite the fact that it's very abused. It can be religious. These things can be religious beliefs in marriage, or traditional beliefs in marriage. In most of the African tribes, marriage is considered like forever. People, you can be stuck there for life, because our culture doesn't demand you to quit your marriage, unless if you are an emancipated 21st century woman. Most of our traditions demands that you stay there. It's forbidden to quit. If you quit, it means that you are the wrong, even if you are the one being abused in that relationship. So these are the things that might hinder you from quitting because of tradition or religion. Your religion might say that, well, you must be married just once in a lifetime. So if you quit, then that's all for you, or you might not be respected out there. But today, honestly, you can die there. There are so many of us out here willing to support you in such situations whereby you think religion and tradition can influence your stay in that house. Please don't do that. You need to live in peace. Your inner peace is very, very important. The peace of your kids are very, very important. Well, some women are stuck out there because they are being abused financially. I mean, they have little or no access to money. The monies they already have, they are small monies that these men put in their hands. They don't have jobs. They don't work anything. They are afraid. Most often they ask themselves, if I live here, where am I going to go to? Where am I going to go to? Some people are not able to leave because they'll say, but they're afraid of losing their kids. They love their kids a lot. They think leaving, he's gonna take the kids away from him. Please, 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 please. Have a second thought. Think about that again. These are things that you have to see. You have to weigh the pros and the cons, how you can survive with this. Some, just because you've built up a relationship over so many years, like 15, 20 years. Some people have been there for 15, 20 years, but they just have this surprise of a start of a domestic abuse and something like that. And you've said, I've been here for 20 years. If I leave now, where am I going to go to? We've built so much together. Please, don't take it that way. If you're leaving, you can't leave. Please, don't do that. You can. Next time we'll be looking at what can I do to the perpetrator of the violence. What can you do? You're an external person, or you're the friend of the abuser. What can you do to the perpetrator of the abuse? Well, please, most often than not, you should not confront this person, because the abuse might get worse at home. Don't or never confront this person, because the abuse might get really worse at home. Because, excuse me, if they know there is a third party out there who is listening or who is hearing what they're saying, the abuse is going to aggravate the house, because he's going to come home and say, okay, so you're telling someone about all what is happening here. Please, for safety reasons, don't do that. Don't confront the perpetrator, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is Anushka Queen, Domestic Violence in the Sunshine Coast.